Liberal billionaire Jack Dorsey is now laying off 4,000 staff. Now, he claims it's because of AI. And I find it interesting because he's really rich, and like the left say they don't like billionaires and stuff, and he's liberal. A lot of these successful companies are ran by liberals. That's why I always laugh when they say they're going to tax, we're going to tax, we're going to tax, and they're funded by the people they want to tax the hell out. Does that make sense to you? No. But I'm beginning to think they're saying AI a little bit too much, a little bit too often. They're saying it for everything. In every situation where they say they're laying off people because of AI, they always seem to be increasing profits and doing better financially. Usually, if AI was, think about it, if AI was going to replace your job and you were struggling, shouldn't they be doing worse? Wouldn't you, if you got staff, right? Wouldn't you want to get the staff to use more AI so they could do more stuff for you than they were doing before? Because they had the limitations of not having AI. And remember, during COVID, a lot of companies hired a lot of extra people. They overhired people. I think there's a surplus of people working in these businesses and jobs. They're saying an estimate that about 11% of the job market is going to be affected by AI. I'm not convinced that 11% of people losing jobs due to AI would equate to 11% of the people not having jobs that lost the jobs due to AI. It makes you think, it makes you wonder. Most of the AI we deal with is answering, automated messaging and things of that nature where they repeat themselves and you have to keep saying the same thing over and over. And you can even say to them, I just want to talk to an actual person. And then eventually you end up talking to an actual person because the AI can't really figure out what you want. I'm just not buying it no more. It's too many companies saying AI is taking over, and they're doing well. All of them are doing well. And it's strange. Instead of just saying it's layoffs. Matter of fact, I think it's something that actually makes them look good because they're doing it to make they're profitable right now and they're going to make even more profit. So that would actually make people invest more into the company. I think it's about bringing more money and revenue in and less about AI taking jobs away. And it's really vague about saying it's AI. They're not specific at all with anything. Like, what jobs are being replaced? That would be something you would think they would share because AI can do certain jobs where you wouldn't require people anymore. But I would think if I was running the company, right, I would try to get those people to use AI so they could do more. So you could outcompete other companies because more similar, Amazon's kind of taking that approach. They're not getting rid of people. They're just saying they don't need as many people because the AI is going to allow them to do more. Now, that one actually sounds like they're being honest. Because that's what a company would do. They wouldn't necessarily get rid of people. They would just make the people work with the AI. You know what I mean? That makes more sense. So I just do think maybe these companies are a bit bloated, have too many staff in the first place, and just AI is a good reason to increase shareholder spending, bring more money to the company, increase more growth. And it's an easy way to lay off people that you didn't need in the first place. That's my thoughts. I could be completely wrong. Maybe I got this wrong. But it's just a bit suspicious that all these major companies, they're usually ran by liberals, are all saying that same thing. It just sounds too easy. It sounds like they're playing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I know nothing. Let me know in the comments.